How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, um, this is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant. As always, I changed from my Clark Kent outfit to my Superman outfit. So, okay, the word of the day is you scared. That's the word of the day. The word of the day is you scared. Okay, check. Oh, by the way, if it's your first time joining my channel, my name is Lucifer, business and spiritual consultant, as always. Glad to see you here. And if you're wondering what is Lucifer doing on Earth, well, let me tell you. He's talking about everything the Earth is made of, which is what? Business and spirituality. Of course. Why not? Um, so, first things off, like I said, you skirt. This is what's going on right now. What's going on right now? Everybody's scared. Everybody's scared for some reason. I don't know why they're scared, but they're scared. They're scared of something not being right. I don't know what it is that could not be right. I don't know where people are getting this idea that things are not right. I don't know. Me personally, all I've been saying on my channel, I've talked about being a demonologist. Now, most people tend to think, well, if you're a demonologist, and you're not stupid for saying that. You're not stupid for saying that. Most people will be like, well, if you're a demonologist, then you're not yourself. If you say you're Lucifer, then you're not yourself. Well, you are wrong, mister. You are wrong. That is exactly who I am. Before that, I was somebody else, and I was not being myself. I was, I was, I was. I mean, everybody has an angel and a demon living inside them, and everybody can decide to be whoever they want to. I mean, you could be Lucifer, but you don't have to be Lucifer. You can see Lucifer as being the other side of the other guy, right? The angel and the demon. But there's Lucifer, there's Asmodeus, there's Lilith, there's a whole bunch of this Iblis, all these people. You could also be one of those people. You don't have to be Lucifer. I'm just a guy that just so happened to pick that name. And because I picked that name, I have to deal with the consequences of being this entity. I have to deal with the consequences of being this entity. And of course, there's going to be consequences because I am a public figure. I'm a public figure and I'm stating things and I'm stating crazy facts. I'm stating crazy facts on the internet. So, of course, people are going to ask questions. And I don't think people are stupid for asking me something like that. There was one person. Well, he got an answer pretty quickly. I didn't really have to say anything. He got answered quick. Because somebody was like, "You really think I'm Lucifer?" I was to say yes, and then somebody said, "Well, you can be whoever you want. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want." So if he says he's Lucifer, that's because that's what he chooses to be. That's it. you know, it's that simple. It's really that simple. That's what I'm saying. And it is really that simple. And most people feel like it's amazing. Most people don't believe this kind of mindset because it's too simple. And people are kind of like, it can't be that easy. That's what people are thinking. People are thinking like it can't be that easy. It can't be that simple. Yes, it is. You just have to say, "I'm this guy," and you're gonna become that guy. You're gonna be that guy. But that's for fun, because you can be somebody for fun. You can be somebody because that person has a higher success rate when he goes out the club to pick up some chicks. Yeah, I mean, you can say, "Oh, today I'm James Bond," because your friend called you last night and he was like, "Yo, I feel like going to the club tomorrow. Let's do this, man. I need to party. I need to unwind a little bit, right?" So you already knew that you was going to the club, but because your A game is not that fresh. I'm not saying anything. I'm not, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. But let's just, for the sake of the argument, let's just say your A game is not that big of a deal, and you wanna seal the deal tomorrow when you're going at the club. So you wake up, you're like, okay, I'm James Bond. You know what I mean? Like, I'm James Bond. I'm Denzel. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that, right? And you're gonna be that guy tomorrow night. But that's for fun. That's not your everyday self. You know what I mean? That is not your everyday self. It's not your everyday self. So, fact of the matter is, you have your actual real self, your higher self, right? And then you have all these other plethora of entities that were created with the imaginarium of society. And you can play those roles if you want to, or you can play your role if you want to. So in my imaginarium, I'm Dracula, right? I like playing Dracula in my imaginarium. Some morning I wake up and I'm like, I'm Dracula. You know what I mean? Like that's when when I'm Dracula, when I feel like I'm not on my A game. Because Dracula gets all the ladies. Dracula gets all the ladies. So when I feel like I'm not on my A game, I'm Dracula for that day. You know what I mean? But it's just a persona. But I can be that persona for that day. I can be that persona for as long as I exist. As long as I keep repeating to myself that I'm Dracula, I'll be Dracula until I'm dead. But that doesn't mean that you are not a real person living a pseudo real story. Because everybody's kind of important. You know what I mean? Like everybody's kind of important, and having this, there is some form of manifest destiny. There is a form of manifest destiny, because when you sit there and you're kind of like, you're just manifesting things, but you have a backstory. You know what I mean? Like you have you have a real life. You have a real life per se. You have people that are attached to your universe. You know, and even if you're in that community of people that are co-creating, that are coexisting, right? Well, if you're part of that community of people, you have a story in that community, right? In some form. It's probably not that big. It's probably not big, not a big deal, but you are still present. You're still on Earth. People can see you. You can see them. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. So that's when I say, like, if you say you're Dracula or James Bond for the day, that's only for fun. You could take it seriously. Or you could look at your birth chart. You could look at your horoscope. You could look at astrology. You could do gematria. You could do Kabbalism and figure out a little bit more about yourself and why you're here for. What you're here for, Like, if you're a teacher, if you are I don't want to say student, but you could be a pupil and still be very powerful. But because the word pupil means I'm a pupil of the universe. There's some people that consider themselves master. I'm the master of the universe, and some people be like, I'm a pupil of the universe. So when you're going through those things, you have a higher self, and that higher self has an actual identity connected to it. It has, since if you know what your ideals are, if you know what your ideals are, if you know what your personality really is like, if you know what kind of character you actually are, and then you layer it on to whatever research that you've collected during the time period you've been researching about yourself, you know, you can dictate and you can see that you are a specific kind of person, right? You can. It's like doing the ancestry thing, right? People, you go on this website or they go to this doctor, they give a little bit of blood, and then the doctor tells them you're 25%, African, and 50, you're 51% African. It's an inside joke that I just made for somebody. That person's gonna get it. You're 51% African, right, or some shit like that, and you're 15%. You're 7.6% European, right? So it's the same thing with your actual, like, with your spirit, with your soul, right? You gotta do your ancestry. You gotta do some research in ancestry to layer it to your character and your persona to see who you are. You know what I mean? Me, the thing is, I'm a magician, right? And I don't do those, like Grimoire and Verum shit. I mean, I use a little bit of it, but I don't really do that. I use demons, period, right? But the thing is, there's a little problem with that. There's a little specific problem with that. The problem is that I've always been close to demons. I've been closer to demons than I was to the other guy, right? I always knew I was a demon. I always knew I had demon blood. I always knew I had a demon affinity, right? So there's certain my power sets, because most magicians have specific power sets. Like, they have specific abilities. They have something that they use repetitively, and that they are the master of that thing, right? Me, I have a couple of abilities that well, I guess I am the master of those abilities, but whatever. For the sake of the argument, that's what I'm going to say. But at the end of the day, I can easily see that those abilities are traceable back to Lucifer, or what people portray as Lucifer, right? It's like the deal with the devil. Like, I might be the only person in the world that actually knows what dealing with the devil is. You know what I mean? In a materialistic fashion, and in an immaterialistic fashion, right? Because I make deals. I'm a person that make deals. I'm in business. I make deals. And I make deals that look too good to be true all the time. You know what I mean? And most people are afraid of that. And the only reason why you would be afraid of a deal like that is because it looks too good to be true. And the devil is always behind those deals. The devil is always behind those deals. So the reason why people feel insecure when I give them a deal, when I tell them to sign their name on the paper, and I will ask you, you got to sign. There's no handshake. You got to sign, because the handshakes is the best way to get screwed. You know what I mean? I don't have a long memory. I don't have an elephant memory, man. So we're going to need to write this shit down, and you're going to need to sign. If you can't sign, then move on to the next one. And there's a lot of good people that I've let go because they didn't want to sign, because they wanted a handshake. I don't do handshakes. Handshakes for suckers. Handshakes for idiots. Handshake is the best way to get screwed. You know what I mean? Because there's no proof of the dealing. You know what I mean? There's no proof for me from the dealing, and there's no proof for you from the dealing. Now, if you sign a contract, you are officially accountable for the things in the contract. So you gotta sign with me. I put papers. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't put papers. I put papers. I gotta bring papers. You know what I mean? Because you might, run off or do some stupid shit, or say something that you wasn't supposed to say, that we clearly stipulated that this was not the subject of a conversation, which was supposed to be brought up at the specific time and point. But I have no way of proving that Shit, you can even tell me that I never said that shit. Fucking 1 year later, 6 months later, 8 months later, you can tell me I never said the things that I just said. And I remember saying the shit. And I know I did. But you can act like I didn't say that shit all you want because there's no fucking proof. So of course we gotta have papers, baby. We gotta have papers. You gotta sign your name. You know what I mean? A lot of people, cause I'm not a big businessman. I'm not a big businessman. I'm not this huge, conglomerate whatchamacallits. You know what I mean? So on my level, a lot of people are afraid to sign their name. You know what I mean? They don't want to but that's how it is. That's how real business is done, bro. Like, you gotta keep them papers. You keep them papers, you're rich. You know what I mean? If I got your soul, I'm trying to collect some souls. You know what I mean? It's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. Collecting souls is way harder than it looks, man. Like, you know what I mean? I thought that shit was easy. You know what I mean? You're sitting there looking at the Illuminati and shit. Blah, blah. Look at this. It's harder than it looks, man. Like, a lot of people are fucking scared, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that the deal ain't nice. It's not like they're not going to profit. It has nothing to do with that. It's just they fucking scared. Just scared of putting their name on the dotted line. But the thing is, the real thing is, this is why you know the world is just a greedy fucking place to live on. Because they're not going to sign their name with ink on a piece of paper, but they'll damn sure they're going to use blood to sign their name to the Illuminati. So that the Illuminati can sacrifice their fucking family and all kinds of shit. Right? So that's how greedy people are. Like, you're not gonna sign your name to the devil, right? Which you're gonna get the same shit. You're gonna get the same prize, the same everything. You're gonna be fucking rich, loaded, right? But you're scared of me for some reason. But you ain't scared to actually. But since the Illuminati is the Illuminati, they're already pre-established and they're tangible, and we can see it more or less. You know what I mean? They got a good commercial going on right now. They got some good advertisement going on right now, right? You know what I mean? They got some good promoters doing their thing a little bit everywhere, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know? Because you can see the tangible version of it. You know what I mean? You don't like the magical aspect of it. You don't like the spiritual aspect of it. You don't like the fact that you might have to do some actual work part of it. But you will sign your name with blood on a piece of paper to the Illuminati. Which these people are known to be fucking evil and shit. Pardon my language. I didn't mean to say evil, but, you know, conspicuous. You know what I mean? I would say it like that. Shit. You know what I mean? So people don't have a problem with doing that shit. So the thing is, if you can't sign your name to the Illuminati, you can sign your name anywhere. Because you already sold your soul to the worst motherfucker on the planet. So I don't see what the problem is. Me personally, if I was signed, if people wasn't afraid of contracts, I would put my name everywhere, man. I would have, like, you know, a drawer full of contracts. You know what I mean? Like a drawer full of contracts with my name on it. Like I said, I would sell myself to other people. You know what I mean? Pardon my language. But I feel like I'm getting over your head here. Because the what I'm explaining right now is a little bit too complicated and a little bit too advanced for some of you people out here. There's some complex theorem right there. By the way, thank you for the support. You know, I don't know. Did you guys like potions and flowers video? I don't know. I mean, I got a couple likes. Didn't get any feedback. I don't know what's going on with that, man. So anyway. So you happy now? We talked about business a little bit. But you can see by the way that I'm talking about business why I don't want to talk about business. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of like telling my secrets here, man. But I don't mind because everybody that knows me, they know me. Like they know, like you know what I mean. This nigga, he's not gonna take a handshake. You know, this nigga is like this, is like that, is like this, like that. Everybody knows. Like it's not a big surprise. So I don't have to. And I've trying to collect so many fucking souls in my lifetime that it's not a secret anymore. Like if you hadn't noticed, you've been living under a rock. You know what I mean? And I'm still trying to collect some souls. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna stop because I know there's some people that are just waiting for the opportunity. You know what I mean? You know. But like I said before, I'm saying it in a demonic fashion on purpose because, as I said before, whatever I'm doing right now, whatever I'm preparing to do, whatever is coming to you, the people that are going to surround me are not going to be weak ass fucking people that are afraid of everything that exists on the planet. You know what I mean? So, people, it's good for me to talk like this because you're going to judge me by what I say. And when you judge me for the things I say, I can now understand what kind of person you are. You know, I can see where you're going. I can see what your train of thought is. I can see how you think. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, I can get into your brain basically. You know, I can be in your skin. I can be under your skin basically, you know what I mean? So that's why I do this. Like I kind of technically want people to judge me, you know, because I know who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you think I'm lost, there's people that think I'm lost. There's people that think this and that and this and that. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? There's people that think that I'm, there's people that believe, well, apparently from what I'm seeing is, what's going on the YouTube right now is a lot of spiritualists think that magicians can't do whatever they want because they're listening to somebody else giving them answers. That doesn't make no fucking sense. That makes no goddamn sense. The question is, can you do whatever you want right now? That's the real question. Me personally, I can't do whatever. If I don't have protection, I can't do whatever I want. I'm straight honest. I'm gonna be straight honest like that. If I don't have any protection, I can't do shit. I can't even do this YouTube channel. like, like if I don't have any protection, I can't even do a fucking YouTube channel, my dude. Like, so to me, it's all a matter of perspective. You can see it as me. I'm grateful, you know, and it's not just that. It's because a lot of spiritualists are lost. I'm gonna use it now. I'm gonna say it. A lot of you spiritual people are fucking lost in the fucking woods, bruh. Like you are lost in the woods. Period. You're lost in the woods. You wanna know why? Because most of this knowledge comes from these entities, bro. What you're learning right now, the voices that you're hearing in your head or the knowledge that's being downloaded comes from the guys that I serve. What is you talking about, bro? Like, what is you saying? You're just being disrespectful, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If you even get downloads anymore, bro. Like, shit, I haven't seen a video about people talking about downloads in like 8 months. Seriously. Facts. I'm not even kidding. I'm waiting. I've been waiting for a minute now. I still remember I did a video the other day. You know, I did a video the other day, man, before I did this whole setup and shit like that. And I was kind of like, yo, well, yo, I'm waiting. Where's you motherfuckers with the download videos, man? Like, what y'all doing? I'm still waiting. 8 months later, I'm still waiting. you know, 8 months later, I'm still waiting for the download video. I like those videos. I'm not even like trying to be a jerk or anything. I appreciate those videos. I take them under consideration, and sometimes I even go as far as agreeing with it, dude. So I'm like, what's going on? Where are these niggas with the fucking downloads? Because me, I mean, like, I'm lost, right? But I'm still ripping shit. You know what I mean? I'm still giving out secrets. I'm still giving out weapons. I'm still giving out knowledge. You know what I mean? 2 years later. You know what I mean? 3 years later, because my first YouTube channel got shut down. So 3 years later, I'm still throwing the water. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And for the past 6 months, this year, all them downloads kind of slowed down for a minute. I don't understand why. It shouldn't have slowed down because there was a solar flare not too long ago, about 4 months ago. 4 months ago there was a solar flare, so there's no reason why the downloads stop. You should be getting even more downloads. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. So, anyways, like I said before, I feel like some spiritual people out here, some spiritual people out here are lost in the woods. They lost in the woods. Either they're lost in the woods or they're not really spiritual people, and they're trying to make you lost instead. Like, they know the truth, and then they kind of hide it from their viewers and shit, right? So their viewers don't know what the fuck going on or what the fuck he's talking about and shit, and all kinds of shit. Because I'm kind of like, like, we're getting our information from the same place. You know what I mean? Like, you're like this because of this and that and this and that, but that comes from these guys. They're still here. They never left. You know what I mean? Like, nobody died, bro. Like, you read the stories. You read the stories about, like, the gods and shit like that. There's always an Armageddon. These niggas didn't die, bro. They still here, bro. The Hindus got an Armageddon and the gods died. They're not dead. They're very fucking alive. The Asgards had an apocalypse. They're not dead. They're very fucking alive. Even Christianity, there was this big war. Nobody died. They're all alive. You know what I mean? They can't die. It's like dying. If you read dying, I don't know. It's like, like, even us, we were supposed to die in 2012. We're still here. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be an Armageddon in 2012 and shit like that. We're still here, bro. Like, so no one dies, man. Like, you're just being disrespectful for no reason. Because people feel like, what I mean? Like, me, I think, because I can't say that I'm grateful since I'm the king of hell. So I can't say I'm grateful because that would make no sense. That would actually reverse what I'm trying to do. So I can't say that I'm grateful. But I'm still going to say it anyways for the sake of the YouTube video. I'm going to say it anyways for the sake of the YouTube video. I am grateful to be able to have these abilities. I am grateful to be able to channel things and experience things and feel things. Like, I'm grateful for that shit, man. So I don't know. I'm just a good guy and at heart, I guess, because I don't feel like, oh, it's to me, it's disrespectful to live an experience, to receive some knowledge, and be like, oh, those guys don't exist. You know what I mean? It makes no sense because they're the first ones that were depicted to be able to do the things that you're capable of doing today. If you are like a follower of the laws of attraction, or you are a powerful magician, or you are a powerful spiritualist, right? If you're a powerful spiritualist and all that shit, right? It's because of them that you're capable of doing that shit. So how can I sit there and be like, oh man, these niggas don't exist? No, nigga. You found something new. You found some new knowledge that you didn't have before. That doesn't disregard everything that happened before you were born. That shit makes no sense. You guys are crazy, man. You're losing your fucking minds here, bro. Like, and I'm not saying that's not a good thing that you found some new knowledge and shit like that. I'm not saying what you found ain't real. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like, like the knowledge that you figured out, it's exact, it's precise, it's good. You're a god, or you have the potential to be a god, and that's good. You know what I mean? I feel that. There are other gods out here too. But before the human gods that we have today existed, there were some niggas that we already used to call gods before we were born. You know what I mean? So where do you think all this knowledge, all this technology is coming from, bro? Out of thin air? You know what I mean? And now YouTube be like, because spiritualists, magic is on the rise for a good reason, because magic was explaining the shit before we got smart to it. That's what magic was trying to do. That's what magic was trying to show people. You know what I mean? So magic is on the rise because some people are kind of like, well, shit. I mean, if you can't do all that, that means I can. Some people are kind of like, so that means I can curse people and I can win the lottery and shit like that or some shit like that. Is that what it is? So people are trying to see if they can do that shit. So that's why magic is on the rise right now, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? Because right now, if you're a spiritualist and you're a believer in the self development shit and believing in yourself and everything will happen and everything will manifest, that's fine. But you don't have a science behind what you're doing. You're basically free willy. I call that shit being free willy. You know what I mean? You're like a big ass whale swimming and shit in the vastness of nothing. You know what I mean? In the vastness of the ocean. You know what I mean? You just you know what I mean? Like that's it. You're free willy. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing right now, bro. Like, so you can't diss. Like, it's more. I think people that are getting involved in some form of spiritual practice right now are a little bit. They're advanced people. They got the point. They got the message. They get it. You know what I mean? Because they're like, that's a science. This motherfucker, he wrote that shit down. You know what I mean? He wrote it down. He's not just hoping and wishing. You know what I mean? Because it is a little bit like hoping and wishing. It's a little bit like hoping and wishing, a little bit. And I'm not saying people shouldn't do it because it fucking works. That shit's legit. You know what I mean? I tried it. It's legit. You know what I mean? That shit fucking works. Whatever you perceive persists. That shit is real, bruh. But at the end of the day, you can sit there and take 5 years to figure out the ins and out of how this shit works, or you can just start learning straight from the source. And instead of taking 5 years, it's gonna take you 6 months, or 8, or 9. You know what I mean? That's the fucking difference. That's the real difference. Some people are like, well, I'm not tied to any circumstances. Yes, you are. You are tied to circumstance. You're tied to circumstance. You want to be a successful businessman and you're trying to manifest things in your life. The things that you need to manifest, if you are in a bad neighborhood or poor neighborhood, right? If you are in a modest neighborhood, right? You're not going to be able to manifest all the things that you're thinking of. You might be able to manifest certain aspects, but the things that you are trying to manifest are way over there. And you're over here. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. But this is where magic comes in. Because if you understand your own magic, you know what I mean? If you understand your own magic and your own knowledge, then maybe you don't need to go all the way over there. You can start something over here and then end up over there where you really want to be and where you can really start manifesting shit that's a little bit above what you're usually capable of manifesting. You know what I mean? It's all about your surrounding and, the people that are around you. Because people that are around you, even though you might have some moniker of, some moniker of communication skills and that permits you to direct the narrative that's built upon your personality and your persona, you know what I mean? Even though you can't do that, it still doesn't change the fact that some of these people are not the people that you are trying to manifest. You know what I mean? Period. You're trying to manifest some fucking high value friends. You want some high value friends, right? You want some fucking friends that are fucking high value, you know what I mean? but you live in fucking, you live in fucking Flatbush. You know what I mean? Like, you live in fucking Flatbush and you're trying to manifest some high value fucking friends, bro. Like, there's a high probability that you're gonna have a little bit of difficulty, manifesting your high value friends. You might find one, but you were aiming at 5 or 10, but you're gonna find 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And those guys are still gonna be like created from the environment that surrounded you. So it's like it's the magic that you're using, bruh. So that's why you gotta do magic to understand what the fuck you're doing when you manifesting, man. I mean, you don't have to. Nobody has to do magic. You're not obligated to magic. You can just believe in yourself and shit. Nobody's obligated to do magic. This is not an obligation, right? But at the end of the day, if you're going to be a sorcerer, learn how to be a sorcerer. You know what I mean? Because right now, people are going crazy left and right. They're scared of being themselves. They think that if they listen to, higher entities, that they're going to be stuck doing whatever the entities want to. No, you don't have to do anything that the entities tell you. I don't have to do shit of what they tell me, man. I can just live my life and not give 2 fucks. Easily. This is a choice. I prefer it like that. We're a family. These are my friends. I listen to my family and friends. And I can give them orders. And they can advise me to do certain things in order for me to reach the success that I'm looking for. So I don't have a problem. The problem that you think that we don't have that. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that made you come here. The magic is me. The magic is me. It's not them that's doing it. It's me that's doing it. I'm making this happen. This is happening because I willed it into my existence. You know what I mean? I had so much belief that this was gonna happen that it fucking happened. So don't, you know what I mean? Like this ain't no, this is not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. You should give it a chance to understand how it is. And if you do give it a chance, you'll understand that you've just entered a world that is very beautiful and fantastic. Whimsical. But if you don't do that, and you take everybody's words at face value, and you think that we're not wise men using parables and riddles in order to communicate something that's almost impossible to communicate, then you lost in the fucking woods, man. You are lost in the woods without a compass. You know what I mean, bro? Like, you just went down there without a compass by yourself, bruh. Not even a small sniffer dog, nothing. Just walking in the woods with not even a stick. Shit. But that's what it is. I'm sorry, but I gotta wake you guys up. I gotta wake you guys up. What y'all doing right now, man? Like, I have no idea, bro. Like, last year niggas was on it. Last year niggas was ready for fucking war. Last year niggas was ready to kill everybody up in this mother. I mean, what happened? Why is everybody so scared all of a sudden, bro? Like, what's going on, man? Shit. Niggas was ready for war last year, bro. They had this shit locked down. You know what I mean? But they don't. But that's the thing, though. People don't even know. Like I said before, things in the mirror are closer than they appear. That's a secret too, by the way. Things in the mirror are closer than they appear. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they do shit, and they think, oh, it's just whatever. You know what I mean? Bro, nah. It's not just whatever, man. That shit reverberates around the world, man. That shit has repercussions. Percussion. 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 Repercussion. You know what I mean? Reverberation. Vibration. Vibe. What y'all doing? You know what I mean? Motherfuckers walking around here thinking that they losing and shit. You know what I mean? But I understand, cause, you know, like, you know, these guys are crazy, man. Like this whole the fourth dimension is a crazy world to live in, and everybody's in the fourth dimension right now, man. The shit's sick, bro. It's sickening, man. Like I don't even know how and why that shit happened. I don't know if it's because of some group of dark occult magician that decided to fuck with the planet. I don't know if it's just the planet that just decided to, you know, I just hate everyone and I'm tired of y'all, so I'm just gonna send y'all to the fourth dimension. Fuck it. You know, I don't know where it comes from. I have no idea. I have my own theories, you know, but I don't know. At the end of the day, you know, I don't know. I'm flesh and bone. I would have to be not flesh and bone anymore in order to find that shit out. So, I don't know, you know. So the fourth dimension is like, and don't shut the f up. Don't even dare to think about soul travel. You can't do shit with soul travel. All right, you can't. There's nothing. There's no real applicable uses for soul traveling. Period. It's just for fun. It's just a fun thing to do on the weekend. It's not. It's a waste of time. All right. It's a waste of time. Real. It's a waste of time. It is. It is. So when I mean not flesh and bone anymore, I mean, you know, I don't want to say the D word, but I was talking about the D word. You know. We shall not talk about that here because I don't believe anybody's really, you know, going away anywhere. Everybody's still here and they're just momentarily not present, maybe. And I can't be a psychic and feel like that's not the truth. I can't be a black magician, a necromancer, and be like, oh yeah, when you're dead, you're dead, and you know nothing happens. What? Like that's bullshit. Like if I ever said that I would not be a necromancer, which I am. If I ever said that I would not be a black magician, which I am. If I ever said that, and you know everything, if I ever said that line, that would make everything that I am a complete fucking lie, bro. So I'm not gonna. I don't use that here. I don't like using that word here. And I believe that I'm psychic too. Like I don't really believe that I don't think people die. Like I don't think that's a thing. You know, you just go into a different phase, and you know, and shit. You know, like you just go into a different phase, and you know, whatever. You know, like, you go through a different phase. You go through a different phase. That's what I believe, man. Like that's what I see, man. So, fact of the matter is, what is people's problem right now? Like I said before, people's problem right now is disbelief. Disbelief in themselves, disbelief in the world, disbelief in everything. You know what I mean? And I understand. I mean, there's so many people trying to like control the narrative for their own benefit that it's hard to like figure out like is this real or not? Like is this bullshit or is this like is this bullshit? Is this real? Is this fake? Like you never really know. You never knew. Like even people that watch my video, they don't know. Like and even I admitted it that I speak in a certain way because I have an agenda. You know what I mean? I have my own agenda. You know what I mean? My agenda is rooting out the weak. You know, like so I will be as repulsive and disgusting as I can mentally, acceptably, morally, acceptably conjure up in my mind in order to root out the weak, because I don't want to seem too, you know what I mean, because I do have a, I do believe that some people that watch my videos, they know me. I mean, they know what's in my heart. They know what's in my mind. They can feel that shit. They know that I'm genuine. You know what I mean? They know that I'm authentic. You know what I mean? But there's some people, you know what I mean, they watch this channel for the first time. There's a lot of people, they're going to watch this channel for the first time. There's a lot of people that think that I'm like this, but I'm not like this. There's a lot of people that think I'm like that, but I'm not like that. You know what I mean? I'm actually like this and like that. So anyway, so I have to root out the weak. This is my job now. As of right now, this is what we're going on, because there's great and many things coming. There's great and many things coming, and I have to root out the weak. I have to clean up. You know what I mean? I have to clean up. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice, because the weak are gonna destroy whatever I'm building. They're gonna destroy whatever I'm building, so I can't have that. They're gonna destroy whatever I'm building. I can't have that. I can't have weak people around me. You know what I mean? I can't have people that are worried about where they're going or what they're doing all the time. Nigga, be assertive. You know what I mean? You accentuate yourself. You know what I mean? Accentuate yourself, because when you're accentuating, you know where you're going. It's magic. That's the law of attraction shit again. That's that law of attraction shit again. That's why I don't diss it. That's why I don't diss that shit. Right? Accentuate yourself, bro. Put an accent on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, be sure of yourself. Be sure of your decisions. Be sure of it, and you will end up in the place you want to end up. You just got to be sure of your decision. That's all. And you can fail, and it's all right, because tomorrow's another day. You know what I mean? But in my case, I got to root out the weak, because I open my arms to everybody. I open my arms to everybody, so everybody's in here. But now it's time to, like, figure out who's really here for what and for what reason. You know what I mean? It's that time right now. And a lot of people are not gonna like the shit that I say. There's a lot of people that don't like the shit that I say, and that's fine. Because now I know who to not work with. But there are some people that's fine with the shit that I say, so I'm supposed to work with these people. I'm supposed to work with those people. It's obvious. That's the plan. That's the process. And that's something that everybody should do in their everyday fucking lives. Period. You know what I mean, you might think that I'm trying to be a jerk or some shit like that, but you should do the same shit in your everyday life. Root out the weak. Because maybe you're a lazy person, and you know that the reason why you're not in the place that you are is because you're just fucking lazy. Or maybe the reason why you're not in the place that you want to be is because everybody else around you is not helping you get there. You know what I mean? They're all sweet. They're all smiley and shit. They all have smiley faces. You know what I mean? Smiley faces tell lies, like that song. You know what I mean? Oh, smiling faces. Smiling faces tell lies. You know what I mean? So you gotta watch out for that shit, man. Maybe that's not the case, but just to be safe, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know everybody. This is fucking YouTube. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I could be wrong too. Maybe everybody fucking loves me, man. Maybe everybody fucking loves me, man. I don't know that shit. But I guarantee you, once you see the worst side of me, the most despicable side of me, my capitalist thinking, libertarianism, society mindset, that 1%er mindset that I have, if you find that shit repulsive and disgusting, and I know that you ain't supposed to be here. because I'm not going in the fucking woods. You know what I mean? I'm heading for the skyscrapers. I'm not heading for the woods. You know what I mean? If you're a nigga heading for the woods, hang around niggas that are heading for the woods. You know what I mean, bro? Because it's important. It's important because you're listening to my videos. You listen to my videos, you don't know where you're going, right? I'm talking like a nigga that's going to the woods, but in actuality, I'm not going in the woods. I'm going to the fucking skyscraper. You're sitting there fucking confused because you like the shit that I say, but at the same time, you don't like the shit that I say because the shit that I say is not necessarily the shit that somebody going in the woods would say. How many woods could a woodchuck could chuck wood? You know what I mean? But, so you're sitting there confused and shit, right? You're sitting there, man, I like what the fuck he's saying, but sometimes I hate his ass because he's saying some shit. Now, the nigga like that shouldn't shit. How the fuck do you know what a nigga like me should say? You don't even know who the fuck I am. You know what I mean? How would you know that? You don't know. You don't know. What you should know is what you want. Accentuate yourself. If you are about wood life, hang around wood life people, talk about wood life shit, and do wood life shit. And I have to do the same thing here too. And mind you, there ain't nothing wrong with going in the woods, but I don't believe there's anything wrong living in a skyscraper either. You know what I mean? I don't see anything wrong with it. It's only supposed humans, human believers that believe in that black and white shit. You know what I mean? Me, I don't believe in black and white. To me, it's like everything is confused. Everything is mixed up. And to me, like, I just came out of the fourth dimension. So I don't make the difference between good and evil. You know what I mean? If I see something good, if I see a good person in the street, I'd be like, this motherfucker's evil, man. You know what I mean, bro? In my head, this motherfucker's the devil himself. You know what I mean? If I see an evil motherfucker in the street, I'm like, yo, that's a good nigga right there. That nigga right there, man. Is my perception, my shit changed. Like, I don't, like, I'm not sure anymore. Like, I can't look at things the same way people look at things. It's like the other day I made a video talking about the energy. I still remember that shit, so I'm still butthurt about it. Duh. If you remember something negative, it's because you're still, and it happens 6 months ago, it's because you're butthurt about it. Period. I mean, so I'm still butthurt about that shit, obviously. You know what I mean? But I made a video, energy. I thought that shit was gonna blow everybody's mind. Man, I thought that was the best fucking video I made since, Tupac fucking All Eyes on Me video album, nigga. You know what I mean? I thought it was the best thing since Kanye West Through the Wire single, nigga. I thought that shit was the shit. You know what I mean? I thought everybody was gonna use that shit. Everybody would have commented like, yo, man, that shit's real, man. That shit, I did that shit, man. I saw the same shit, man. That shit crazy. Bullshit. Everything that happened after, people started saying, cause, content is king, right? So, for you lazy people out here that's not gonna go check out the respect your energy video, let me explain what it says. So grossly, I'm stating in that video that you have a multitude of spirits living inside you. It's like, we call it legion. Some people call it legion, right? I call it having the 9 circles of hell living inside you. All that shit, right? Or all the 9 realms of Asgard, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean? So, I made a video stating that you have a lot of spirits inside you. And you had a lot of reincarnations too, right? So at some point in the video, I state that you also have You have a pirate. You have a king living inside you. You have a princess living inside you. You have a slave, maybe, living inside you. You have obviously a free man living inside you. You have your ego. That's also technically considered a spirit living inside you. You have I don't know, a fucking fireman, a police officer, and you also have, because most people, that's the thing with most people like to close their eyes to some of their negative aspects, right? So you go talk to somebody's like, man, I used to be this fucking, ancient warrior that lived in fucking, ancient Egypt and shit, and he was a good guy, and he saved a whole bunch of people, and, and all kinds of shit, and that's fine, and the same person, you ask him, so you believe in reincarnation? The person says, yes, I believe in reincarnation, man. I just told you, you know what I mean? Was that the only thing that you remember? Nah, I was a school bus driver back in the 1970s, and I saved a whole bunch of kids from drowning and shit, right? So everybody remembers that shit. Hold on, let me get to the point here. Everybody remembers that kind of shit, right? But if you tell the same motherfucker, so basically, did you know that you were also a gangster from the 1920s? Motherfuckers gonna be like, oh man, you crazy, man. I wasn't no goddamn gangster for the 1920s. You crazy as hell, man. That shit's bullshit, man. You crazy, man. Those niggas over there, this, and that, and this, and that, starts being super judgmental and shit. But you do. You do have a gangster spirit in you. You have a pirate spirit. You have a gangster spirit. Me, I'm very connected to my pirate spirit. You know what I mean? Blackbeard is my nigga. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Blackbeard is my nigga. You know what I mean? I'm very connected to 1920s gangster shit. You know what I mean? Because I was alive in that time. You know what I mean? And I was alive again in the 70s too, as a gangster. You know what I mean? So, Lucky Luciano, man, that's my nigga right there, man. Lucky Luciano. I can't. That name rings bells to me, you know. So, but you're gonna tell that to people, and then start flipping the fuck out. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. I did the video. I said that shit on the video, and people started flipping the fuck out. People was calling me, I was lost. People was calling me all kinds of fucking shit. You know what I mean? I was only here to deter people from the truth. You know, I'm a fucking demon. Motherfucker. I always wear my sunglasses. Right? So there's this lady that makes a video. There's some motherfuckers they're using sunglasses in the video. They should take their sunglasses off and shit. And I got a bunch of videos where I don't have my sunglasses off. She was just pissed the fuck off. You know, you know, she was pissed off. You know what I mean? There's other people that made the video, man, I don't hang around niggas like that. I don't do that kind of shit. I got convictions. I got principles. Read the fuck lax, bro. Like, chill. You know what I mean, it's good that people have a certain sense of justice, but it's also hypocritical. You know what I mean? It's a little bit hypocritical because, man, like, ain't nobody's gonna go against the streets. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to go against the streets, so it's a little bit hypocritical if you ask me. So you don't want to so you feel disgusted. I don't even know why you feel disgusted, by the way, but I mean, maybe I kind of do too. Also, hold on, bear with me. But it's a little bit hypocritical to be like, man, you have your own gangster spirit inside you. You know what I mean? Because you are made out of all the aspects of the universe. You know what I mean? And if you are a god, first of all, to me, that shit, I'm comfortable with it. Because to me, I really believe I'm a god, right? So if I believe I'm a god, there cannot be something that is not part of me. And there cannot be people around here that don't have a part of me in them. right? So to me, that doesn't make, to me, when I open up my fan, you know what I mean? When I open up my fan, there's a whole bunch of shit in that fan. And right somewhere at the 86th degree, there's a gangster living there in the parallel of my fan at the 86th degree point. You know what I mean? So to me, that shit's normal. You know, but people don't understand that, and it was a very clear and very good video. You know, and that's just another, you know, example of how people are so afraid of their higher selves, plural, because most people think there's only one higher self. No, you got a plethora. You are made of a plethora of spirits. You're made of a plethora of stars. You're stardust, right? People like to say, oh, when you die, you turn into dust. What kind of dust do you turn into? You think you turn into like vacuum dust, like, you know, dust that comes from, you know, shit like, you are made of stardust. You're made of stardust. Nigga, go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up on the internet. Google that shit. Look how much percentage, look how high the percentage of stardust that's in your body is. It's ridiculous. You think you got more germs in you than stardust? Nah, bro, you got more stardust than germs, bro. Like, germs are like freaking like 14% of the composite in your body. Stardust is actually 86%. 86%. We are made out of the fucking universe. The universe created us, man. 86% stardust, man. That's scientific facts, bro. That's science facts, bro. That's not magical facts. That's not spiritualist facts. That's not voodoo or black magic practitioner facts. That are science. That's a scientific fact. So when you die, the dust that is you at the end is stardust. You're born from the universe, man. I mean, so anyway. A human. So, you know, like, I thought that shit was disrespectful. And I'm sitting here and I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel bad for Stone Face Langley and fucking Scarface and all them nuggets. I kind of feel bad a little bit. The reason why I feel bad a little bit is because, man, you know, them niggas be listening to that shit. You know what I mean, bro? They can hear that you hurting their fucking feelings, bro. You hurting, you think they ain't got no feelings. They got some feelings. You hurting the shit out of them niggas. God damn. Some of these niggas died horribly, riddled with bullets. Bro, like who Dillinger. Shit. Dillinger was Swiss cheesed. Pardon my language. Speaking of which. But that's what happened. They Swiss cheese his ass, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He killed that nigga with a Tommy gun, man. Multiple Tommy guns at the same time. I mean, and then he dies and people be like, fuck John Dillinger, man. Like, bruh, relax. I already got Swiss cheese. Why you gotta be so fucking angry and shit? You know? Like, why you gotta take it so fucking serious, man? Like, damn. Like, that wasn't enough. But I appreciate people that got convictions. But all I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, the thing is, content is king. The thing is, you got people out here. The reason why I made the fucking video, personally, is because there's a lot of people out here that feel like they're being stalked. There's a lot of people that feel like some people are peeking through their windows, you know, looking at what they're doing and shit like that. You know what I mean? When you come out of this goddamn fucking illusion that you're living in, and you realize that you are the leader of your own gang, you know what I mean? These kind of shit is not so scary anymore, you know? and because it's kind of like this, being scared of your own shadow, right? Like, you live in the urban area. You think like everybody that's looking at you sitting in their car are against you, right? You think everybody that's sitting in their car looking, because they're looking at you, right? But that's because you're ignorant from what's really going on. Because in actuality, these people might be protecting you instead of being against you. And that's kind of weird because you're walking around all fucking fidgety and shit, looking, every way behind your back and everything just to see if somebody ain't gonna jump out. But in actuality, you got a gang of people. You got a gang of people, circling the block, making sure you're safe. Spiritually speaking, of course, obviously. But I'm just saying, sometimes you see some hallucinations. Because I think people can make the difference between a hallucination and something that's real. I think people are capable of doing that very easily. So sometimes what you're seeing is kind of like an hallucination and it's not really there. You know what I mean? So when I see a car and some gangsters in it, there's two things in my mind. Either that nigga's, looking for some smoke, or not. That nigga's probably with me. Most people don't think like that. Most people think all these niggas that I keep seeing are all against me. Do you know how fucked up that is to live your life where you think everything you see is against you? And it's even more fucked up if you live in an urban area, because it's not like if you live in a white collar town, right? And you see these people flowing in, you're gonna find that weird. And you're gonna, especially if you live in a white collar town and you see what I'm saying happen, you're gonna believe me more about what I'm saying than somebody that lives in the urban area where everybody looks the same, right? But another example to make it more simplistic. You're a voodoo practitioner, and you're a good voodoo practitioner. You are a very good voodoo priest. You're a fucking mambo and shit, right? The thing about voodoo is voodoo are always connected to, will always remain connected to black folks. So when the voodoo spirit tells you, I am protecting your ass. You did a ritual for protection. The ritual was a success, and I am officially protecting your ass. You don't know what that means. You have no idea. You don't know how he's going to protect your ass. You're just happy that you got protection, right? And you can feel the power swirling and shit like that. But you don't know what the fuck that means, really. And then you take a walk outside and you start seeing motherfuckers in cars and shit looking at you all weird. And you're thinking like, these niggas don't know I got protection. But no. What you don't know is that's the protection. That's what you don't get, you know what I mean? Like that the thing you're looking at right now, that's the protection, you know what I mean? Some people don't realize that shit. Some people don't get it. Also, you need to have the eyes to see those kind of things. Not everybody's capable of seeing those kind of things. Not everybody's capable of seeing the spirit manifest himself in solid reality. Some people can. And a lot of people that don't even practice can. And those people are the number one MFers that starts fucking panicking. Because they don't have any experience. Because they're sitting there and they're all fucking judgmental when you tell them that Tupac, Death Row, you might have been a member of the Death Row company a couple years ago. You know what I mean? You might have been part of Murder Inc. and shit. You know what I mean? So they start flipping the fuck out. You know? And if you don't know that shit, of course you're gonna flip the fuck out, man. You see cops running around you everywhere. Because cops, that's the thing. A lot of people ain't gonna like that. A lot of people ain't gonna like that. A lot of black people ain't gonna like that. But cops are part of it too. Cops are a part of it too. Sometimes you see fucking crooked cops and shit. And sometimes those cops are not really cops. Sometimes those cops are actually fucking spirits sent to protect your ass. So that's why people gotta forgive magicians for the way they are, because it is not fucking easy. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you fucking insane. Look, one of the reasons why magic makes me fucking insane, right? So I just told you, right? You have an energy. And those G's, or that G that has G's working for him, actually protects your ass, right? And then I told you, shit, the cops is the same thing. Maybe you have an inner cop that has a cop that has multiple cops working for him too. That's protecting your ass. So you gotta understand that those two people that are not friends in reality are actually working, doing the same thing at the same time, within and without of you. So what the fuck is going on? You're walking around. Some people got a bad idea in their minds. Some dudes have worms squirming in their brains. They got worms squirming in their brains, and they feel like Froggy. They want to jump your ass. So you walking out night, dead of night, like a fucking vampire. Because that's what you are. Because that's what I am. Right? And these niggas start creeping up. And then a fucking police car comes and start driving right behind them and shit. So that was the police aspect. Alright, cool. I just got protected and shit. But then another day, same shit. Some dudes are feeling froggy. They got a worm squirming in their head right now. They just want to jump something. You walking around. And then you see a clique of niggas, some swole ass niggas. Not even swole, they just look fucking real. You know what I mean? They just look like a bunch of niggas that you don't want to fuck with. You know what I mean? Like, they just look like that, right? They're just sitting there, and these motherfuckers, the froggy nigga, the worm in the brain nigga, he's looking at you. He thinks like you might be easy prey, but for some reason he sees the other niggas sitting there, and he's like, I don't know these niggas. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that in front of those guys. So I'm gonna just drive off. You got protected. But the thing is, in your head, you know that both of those instances, that was your magic working. But the thing is, you can't tell yourself, like, this is why it makes you crazy, because you can't sit there and be like, cops are bad, gangsters are good. And you can't be like, gangsters are good, cops are bad, because they're both working for you. You know what I mean? Like, so it makes you nuts, because society has a point of view on things. I mean, good conviction people have a point of view on things, and then the more urbanized people, institutionalized, urbanized, whatever the fuck you want to call it, marginalized people, they got another point of view on it, right? And you sitting there, and you gotta, like, build a bridge between the two. Not trying to connect cops with gangsters, obviously, that would be fucking stupid. You know what I mean? That would be retarded. But in your head, in your personality, and in your head, you gotta build a bridge. You gotta make that shit make sense. You know what I mean? In some shape or form. And you have this internal narrative because there's already a narrative being played where cops are bad people. Everybody hates cops, defund the police. But then you're sitting there and you're kind of like, dang, I can't really say that shit. I mean, I understand why they're saying it, but I can't say that shit. But then again, you don't want to disrespect other motherfuckers. You know, those niggas sitting in the corner that you don't want to fuck with because they just fucking protected your ass. So you don't want to disrespect these motherfuckers either, right? But at the same time, you know that these motherfuckers do fucked up shit that you don't fucking respect and you don't fucking like. But at the same time, you have to... What? So yeah, magicians, that's just... Look, people, it's just an example. This is not the word of the day. This is not the vibe of the day. It's not the stream of the day. It's just an example. Don't take it at face value. I'm just trying to paint a picture in your mind of how a magician's life kind of is on specific subjects. This is why you're kind of like, you're always torn to pieces. You're always like, you know, being pulled by energy, you know? The reason why I called respect your energy, because I was talking about energy, but your energy rhymes with inner G. Okay, I'm just talking shit right now. I'm sorry. But I hope you get the idea. I think you get the idea, right? So you gotta forgive magicians for being so goddamn fucking crazy, because you know, like that right there, that right there is enough to make somebody go lose their fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's enough to make somebody lose their goddamn minds. So yeah, magicians do lose their fucking mind a little bit. They lose their fucking mind. They're crazy. Crazy people. I've never seen a magician that had a full set of hair before in my entire life. I don't have a full set of hair. I'm fucking crazy too. I make no fucking sense. Half of the time the shit I say is completely insane. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers think I'm a fucking conspiracy theorist and shit like that. The shit I say is fucking bonkers. And I know it is. And I'm completely comfortable with it. Which makes me even more crazy. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually comfortable with those notions. Like, it's nothing to me. You know, like it's an everyday, like it's just a regular Monday. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. But I do understand that for some people it is a problem, because some people have principles and convictions that they want to uphold. I mean, they want some peace in their life. They want some good things in their life. You know what I mean? They don't want to be attached into negative things. But I'm not saying that these things are negative. You're the one that are perceiving these things as being negative. But I didn't say those things was negative. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, like, anyways, so at the end of the day, you are made of, like I said before, you are made of a plethora of things. You can choose to be whoever you want. You can create life as you want. You can create certain aspects of your life. You can mold and shape certain aspects of your life. You can create things out of thin air if you want. I mean, you can literally, sorry. You can literally create something out of thin air if you want. You know what I mean? Like, you can do crazy fucking shit as a human. I can't, the reason why I'm able, or the reason why I have this knowledge, is not because I'm an alien from outer space. I'm human like you are. The only difference is I'm curious. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. The difference between me and other people is I am curious. Like, I will try things and I will fucking analyze shit, and I will be literally fucking, you know, interested in weird ass shit. That's the only difference. So whatever you deem me of capable of doing, I think other people are capable of doing it too. Maybe not everybody, but I mostly think a lot of people can, you know. and I mean a lot of people, like millions. Like it's really not. Spirituality. If you think you're going to be a magician and you're going to be like, oh, I'm the king of magicians and fuck everybody else and shit like that. Nah, the spirits are going to tell you, bro, you got another thing coming. You know what I mean? The spirits are going to be like, you got another thing coming, bro. Like, this is for everybody. Like one of your shit is that, this is for everybody. Anybody can do this. You know what I mean? The things that you can do, other people can do it too. The only difference is you're here with me right now, and that person isn't. That's the only difference. But anybody can do the shit. You know what I mean? It's like I said before, energies is not something that's only for me. It's for everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody has a reincarnation themselves, a higher self. Everybody has a higher self that's a gangster. Everybody. There's not one person in the world that doesn't have that. So the only difference is it might be a little bit like Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit like Dragon Ball where, his gangster is stronger than your gangster. That's the only that would actually be, if we're gonna be honest, that could be a thing. That literally could be a thing. But that doesn't mean that nigga ain't dangerous though. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean he's not dangerous. He just has a different way of doing things. Or something like that. And there's no difference into asking a Haitian voodoo god to protect you. Because that's what Haitian voodoo... If you ask for protection from a Haitian voodoo god, he's going to look like a fucking gangster. He's going to look like a damn gangster. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. You're going to walk past him. You're going to think he's just a hoodlum and shit like that. And you're probably going to judge his ass. You're already like, look at this nigga. You know what I mean? You're probably gonna judge this nigga so hard too, bro. But that motherfucker is a goddamn powerful ass spirit nigga protecting your bitch ass. But you don't know. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy. And I'm saying that for voodoo spirits, but everybody got something like that. And they're all capable of doing that. Some spirits have a different way to look as when they're on protection mode. You know what I mean? Some of them look like Russian hoodlums. You know what I mean? Some of them, shit, man. I mean, there's so many kinds. It's just, demons. I'm thinking about how, demons too. Like, demons are gangsters too. Like, because the thing about demons is, what I've noticed, having protection from demons, is that you don't see the protection. You hear about it. You don't see them walking around. Like, they don't literally walk around and shit. Like, that's what I've noticed. I'm being honest. I'm being very truthful here, and I dare anybody to tell me differently. But you don't see demons literally protecting you. Like, they're protecting you. And you know that they're doing shit. Because they let you know that they're doing shit. And you receive the message and shit like that. Or you see that person depreciate, and you see the person, like, you see it, right? But would I say, like, you see demons walking around? Well, yes and... Well, actually, that's bullshit. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's just that, they're not black. They don't, like... They could be black, but they don't have a specific color. Like, they'll use whatever, whenever. Because it's all based off of... It's weird. It's weird shit. The way demons work is fucking complicated. Because, like, they're not... You're never going to see their face. But they'll let you know that they're around. Like, you'll see something. You'll see a shadow. You'll see a person or a shadow or some shit like that. That's how much you're going to get from a demon. Right? But you know that they're doing the shit. But you're never going to see their face. So you're going to be like walking next to somebody and you're going to feel the danger from the person. Like, you're going to feel like this person's dangerous. Like, so you're going to feel the presence, but you're not going to see the person's face. Like, you're going to be like walking beside him. He's going to have a hoodie, or he'll be like in front of you, or he'll be like way back in the back, like miles away from you. You know, like there's somebody walking, but he's like way far behind you. You know, like so you can't see his face. So that's how demons do it. Compared to Haitian spirits, where they act like fucking gangsters, and anybody would just would think that they're gangsters. You know what I mean? Like anybody would they blend in. You know, the voodoo spirits blend in. Demons don't blend in. Like they appear, if they want to show themselves to you, they will appear somewhere that not a lot of people are looking at this present time. You know, so there's a clear difference. There's a clear difference. I mean, like Hindu gods, they're just dressed like Indian people. Fucking plain old, sneakers, white sneakers and jeans and shit, denim jeans and shit. The fucking a windbreaker on and shit. Like just blend vagabond looking ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like just like you will never know if you're not part of that world, or if you have so much resentment for the world, you're never gonna notice these things ever. You know what I mean? Like you're never go. I mean, shit. Laws of attraction, right? Laws of attraction, man. I'm starting to suspect even the laws of attraction got some fucking kind of protection. You know what I mean? Because I told you this story before, bro. I was doing laws of attraction. I was just doing laws of attraction. Nothing, no demon, nothing, no magic, nothing, no voodoo, nothing. I was just using laws of attraction, laws of attraction, laws of attraction. And I had some negative energy around me and shit. Like obviously, lots of jealousy and shit like that. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. So, long story short, I go to the fucking store, and and two blonde women just show up and blocks this energy from coming towards me. Like, because I bend over, part of my language, but that's what I did. I bend over to drink some water out the water fountain, which is close to the door, right? So these two tall ass blonde women walk out, stands right there. This nigga is coming towards me. I see him coming towards me, but I don't give a shit, like do whatever the fuck you want. So, like he's coming towards me, and as he's coming towards me, these two women walk out, and one stands. I'm bending over to go drink some water, but sideways because this nigga's coming, so I don't know what the fuck he wants, but I'm not gonna stop myself from drinking water because I want to drink some fucking water, and I don't care what the fuck you want. I'm still gonna drink some fucking water. I don't care if you fucking shoot me or some shit like that. If I feel like drinking some water, I'm gonna drink my fucking water, and then you can start shooting, bitch. Anyways, so I'm kidding. It's just a joke. I'm kidding. So, anyways, man. So so I'm been over like this, right? And so the two ladies, they walk out the freaking store, and one of them just stands behind me on the other side of me because I'm sideways, so it's just not really behind me. So on one side, and the other woman stops walking right in front, right? Because I'm looking like this, right? So she's standing there, the other one's standing there, and they're two tall blonde women, and this guy was coming at me, and he stops. It's like, and they both have their hand crossed at the same time. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's looking at this shit, broad daylight, in front of everyone. I don't understand what's going on. Nobody understands what's going on. Everybody's just looking. I mean? Broad fucking daylight. This just fucking happened in public. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what the fuck that was about. Because I never heard somebody said that the laws of attraction has some form of magical or energetic defense mechanism attached to it. I never heard that shit. And I read books that are big as the Bible about the laws of attraction, and I never saw that shit in there. You know what I mean? That was the first time I ever see that. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is fucking brand new. So even laws of attraction, I think has some form of like some form of like protection service. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm trying to tell you is all religion and beliefs and principle systems have a form of defensive system, right? Which one is the best? I don't know, and I don't care. But I don't know, and I don't care because I don't want to start a conversation about that shit. I don't want people to be like, oh, but me with my things. I don't care. I don't care. You know, like if you want to tell your story, tell your fucking story. It'll be fucking amazing, I'm sure. But do I care about like like who's stronger? I don't know, and I don't care. But to me, I feel like demons got the better protection service. If you ask me, voodoo got more people, and they can blend into society a little bit better, and they're kind of fucking creepy too. But so that just the intimidation factor just gives them a +1. You know what I mean? But demons are fucking dangerous. Period. So, so like to me, demons would be the better protection service to have. To me, in my opinion. That doesn't make it so. I'm just saying, in my opinion, that would be the better protection service to have. But, like I said before, voodoo gets a +1. Hinduism, what I mean? That shit's kind of, these niggas look a little bit intimidating. I ain't gonna lie. So that shit gets a +1 too, I guess. The laws of attraction shit, that shit was fucking weird and it looked very effective. So, it is, I get a +1 on effectiveness, so I don't know. I just don't know. I was shit, man. You know what? I don't know. Let's keep it going. I was gonna stop here, but let's keep it going, man. I'm feeling the juice, but I gotta finish writing this book that I'm writing on right now. I'm writing this book about like consciousness and everything. When it's gonna come out, it's gonna like give you a step by step. It's gonna be like a football playbook. So everything that I'm saying, you'll be able to use it on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Probably gonna come out with an audio book first, see how that shit goes, and then if it sells well, if people appreciate it, if people like it, we're gonna get a hardcover because that shit's expensive. It's not easy. So we're gonna get a hardcover later. You know what I mean? But it's just gonna be an audio book. I'm gonna sell it on my website. So go get the audio book as soon as it's done. I don't know when it's gonna be done. It's gonna be done soon. I've been talking about this a lot, but I had to, I had some knowledge coming in, and and the spirits are kind of like, don't put all the knowledge that you just figured out in the book. Write this book first and then write another one. So I'm like, okay, but I really feel like adding all that shit in there. But they're like, finish this book first because you already started that shit, and then pull out the other one. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I really feel like since but I'm still doing some tweakings here and there. So it is what it is. So basically, I'm not trying to say that I'm trying to like encourage you and shit, but I kind of am, because it's disturbing to me that everybody wants me to make a video about people being stupid, even though people are stupid. But it's kind of disturbing to me that like having people like prefer that kind of negative language than fucking powerful shit. You know what I mean? Like tell me how to get power. Tell me how to get more power. Don't lie to me. Like don't give me lies. Don't I want to be powerful. I want to be the person that you think I am capable of being. So tell me how to do it, nigga. That's what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't want to make videos about. I don't want to listen to a video to somebody tell me I'm fucking retarded and shit. Like that makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? I want to know how to fly, bro. Like, tell me how to fly. Tell me how to throw fireballs and shit, bro. Like things like that, man. Don't. But hey, it is what it is. So yeah, I kind of am being a little bit Dr. Feelgood right now, bro. But like I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just it's you're scared of everything that's surrounding you right now at this present time. I'm scared of you. And what kind of action you might take because you're scared of the things that surround you right now. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm not trying to be Dr. Feelgood. This comes from a place of this video comes from a place of fear, bro. Like it comes from a place of fear because it's kind of like these niggas are losing their shit. I don't know why, and this is some scary ass motherfucking shit. Because there's the powers that are out there. See, the thing is, everybody's always talking about the positive shit, and everything's a fucking conspiracy. Everybody's always talking about the positive aspect of thing, and everything's a fucking and when it's negative, it's a conspiracy. So that means it might be or it might not be. You know what I mean? So just there is you're just denying the negative aspects of thing. Like you're in denial of the negative aspects of it, because it could be, but it doesn't mean it is, you know. It's a conspiracy, you know. So that shit's kind of scary to me, man. Like, you know, like this is kind of scary. These motherfuckers, like these guys believe in the same shit I believe in. These guys have the same abilities that I have. Shit, even if not worse, you know, which makes them very fucking dangerous by the fucking way. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, and they don't have people's best intentions at heart, you know, and a lot of people tend to think like people are easily fooled. People are easily fooled. People, nah, fuck it. People are not easily fooled. What's going on is there are some people that are easily fooled, but most people they're not easily fooled. It's just that they rather stick their heads in the sand. They know that what the fuck this nigga is saying is a load bullshit. It's just they ain't gonna be the first one to get in front of the fucking bullet where that nigga starts spraying. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So they rather just stick their head in the sand because they already know, man, I'm not about that life. I ain't gonna catch no motherfucking bullets up in this bitch. You know what I mean? So, it's scary. You know what I mean? Like what's gonna happen in the future? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of future do we have? What kind of future is heading towards us? Is if we are afraid of our if we are afraid of specific groups, if we are afraid of specific aspects of life like death, reincarnation, self-belief, you know, letting go of things that doesn't serve you, you know what I mean, shit, if we're afraid of those things, if we're afraid of things like that, bro, where is the future taking us? Where are we gonna end up at the end of the day, bro? Where are we heading, bro? Like, that shit is scary to me. That's a lot more scary to me than, you know, a fucking, you know, nymph goddess showing me her tits. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I don't know. Pardon my language. Pardon my language. I'm just trying to paint a picture. I'm being belligerent on purpose here. I'm sorry. But it's true. Like, that's, you know, it's a thing that could happen. You never know. It's something that could happen. It could happen. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's sex gods too. You know what I mean? So it's kind of scary, you know, like it's kind of scary when people are afraid of shit like that, but they're like willing to leave these entities that are practicing the same shit that we're practicing and using it against us, but you're afraid to use whatever he's using against you, even though that shit that he's using against you is the shit that you're supposed to be using before that nigga started using it. How many wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, bro? You know what I mean? But yo, that to me is scary. That's real. That I'm your fears are unfounded. My fears are way more founded than yours. I am in my total right to live in fear right now of your ass. Because that you're scary. You're scary, bro. You're a scary person. You're a scary person. Because, like I said before, those guys are using shit that you were supposed to be using before those guys started to use the shit. But you're afraid of using the shit because they're using the shit, even though the shit that they're using is your shit. What? Like, what? What? This makes no sense. This makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. I'm trying to finish my coffee here. I can't. It makes no sense. How? How is this? How does this even? How? Like, anyways. So path work with demons, bro. Like path work with demons, man. Like, you know what I mean? Demons gonna straighten you right up. Me personally, that's what I think. I think demons will straighten you the fuck up, bro. Like they like an ironing board. Like, you know what I mean? They will straighten your ass up, bro. Like anybody that's this the thing. This is where I can throw my agenda in, right? This is where I can make a demon happy. This part right here is where I believe demons are the number one thing right now. Right? The hottest thing since pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Because they will fucking straighten you out. They will fucking, you know, take all the bullshit that's living inside you, send that shit to hell. You know what I mean? They will take all the shit living inside you, send that shit to hell, and then you're gonna remain as the person that you are. Of course, there's some people, because the thing is, most people don't understand that shit, because this is path working. There's a difference between path working and conjuration, right? There's evocation, invocation, conjuring, and path working. There's another one I forgot. You know what I mean? The Legometon and shit like a Liber Loga F and shit like that. You know, that whole fucking the Aleister Crowley version. So there's that kind of shit too. But so for people that practice conjuration, evocation, invocation, like these people, they only take what they want. They grab a fruit. And you know, it might be a money fruit, it might be a relationship fruit, that. But you're still yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So you can go and reach for a bunch of fruit, because it's like the old biblical saying, like teach a man to fish. You know what I mean? Teach a man to fish. The thing is, so you're sitting there and you're picking fruits and picking fruits and picking fruits, but your life is not better. You're not better. You know what I mean? Your life is not better, and you're not better, because you keep picking fruits. Like, when are you going to stop picking fruits, bro? Like, do you really need to pick that many fruits? Like, is that really necessary? I don't know why I didn't just light up another cigarette. Bad habit. So, is that really necessary, bro? Like, no, you don't. You don't need to. You don't need to. And like, if you're path working with a god, right? If you're going through apotheosis, a lot of people don't know what the word apotheosis means. The word apotheosis means becoming a god, right? And I've said this many times, but I think people don't believe that that's what it means, and they're just too lazy to pick up a fucking dictionary and look at what the fuck the word means. Let me tell you something. The first time I heard that word, I was like, what the fuck is apotheosis? And then I didn't even know it was a real word. I didn't believe it was a real word. So I picked up a dictionary and I looked what the fuck apotheosis means. And apotheosis means, goddamn, becoming a god. So if you're going through, if you're doing path working, you're becoming more powerful. You're becoming something way bigger than just some guy picking out fruits. You know what I mean? Because anybody can go to a garden. Anybody can go to a garden with a basket and just take as many apples as they want. But then there's other kind of motherfucker that owns the fucking garden. You know what I mean? like I own the goddamn garden. You know what I mean? I don't need to pick fruits out all the fucking time. I own the garden. It's my garden. These are my fruits. You know what I mean? So there's a clear difference. So when you're going through, if you're doing path working with the guys, they're gonna straighten your ass out, and you're not gonna need to go pick out some fucking fruits. And this is where I feel like demons. This is what demons are on the rise. because they're not just giving you fruits. I mean, you can go take some fruits if you want to. They don't give a shit. They don't care. You can have as many fruits as you want. Eat till your heart's content. You know what I mean? Get fat, gluttonous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. But if you're looking for something more, take a look at this. You know what I mean? Like, if you're looking for something different, take a look at this. You know? And that's why I like working with demons. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I needed to be straightened out necessarily. Of course, I do have faults in my character, but I like to see them work with people. I like to see how they. I like how they work with people because they actually like. Once you finish doing the work, once I finish doing the work, the person knows what they got to do. Like they know, okay, like I got it. I got the message. You know what I mean? Like you say no more. You know what I mean? I like that. That's constructive. Nigga, that's forward thinking. That's progressive. It's not doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over until you're dead kind of shit, bro. You know what I mean? So you're doing path work. You're working with more than one god or one specific god and purpose, right? One ancient master. You're working with one ancient master or multiple ancient masters, right? I work with multiple ancient masters, but they're specific. You know what I mean? I have a small group of people that I trust and put my trust in and my belief in, and I believe if I call those guys, I believe those guys are capable of doing the job. So far, they have been able to do the job. So I love working with those guys, and I don't feel like working with anybody else. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not curious about other entities, but these guys are good. And I'm very lucky to be able to conjure up those entities from within me because they're powerful entities. You know, it's like Lilith. Lilith is very powerful. Like a lot of people think Lucifer is Satan. I think Lilith is Satan. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in a positive way. I believe Lilith is Satan because Lilith is way more active throughout history than Lucifer. Lucifer is more of sit in the background and I just, because I'm the king. You know what I mean? He's the king. So he just sits on his throne and he lets his people do what they do. You know? But Lilith is very fucking active. You know what I mean? She does everything. You know what I mean? Path working, evocation, conjuration. She marks people. She marks people. She chooses. She's like a Valkyrie. She's the chooser of the slain. You know what I mean? Because she already know you're gonna be slain. Y'all think you got chosen by Lilith. Oh, it's a bad spirit, man. I'm cursed and shit. Nah, bro. It's because you know what I mean. Like the powers of this world was gonna come to fucking rip you to fucking shreds. They wanted to fucking kill your bitch ass, and you have no idea. She's the chooser of the slain. She's a Valkyrie. You know what I mean? And she protects. She does everything. She does everything. That's why she's the mother. You know what I mean? She does everything. So to me, it feels like she's actually Satan. You know what I mean? Like all the things that people are afraid of, and the activity that's the paranormal activities that I think it's Lilith that's doing that shit. I think it's Lilith that's doing that shit. I don't think it's Lucifer. I don't think it's Lucifer. It's Lucifer. First of all, Lucifer is a counterpart of somebody else, so he has too much big of a responsibility, and he has too many eyes on him to be able to do all that shit. So I believe that Lucifer gave Lilith the responsibility of that shit, and that's why she's the queen. That's why she's Lucifer's wife, because he gave her the responsibility to be like his right hand man. You know what I mean? So to me, it feels like this entity that people always refer as Satan. To be quite honest, if anybody has any control over your life, or anybody has any form of, if any entity is disturbing you right now, I think it's Lilith, for a good reason. You know what I mean? I think it's for a good reason. Because like I said before, your life, I can hear a snake, because your life was gonna get fucked up anyways. You know what I mean? You was about to get fucked up. They were about to, like, these fucking people that are walking out here right now, smiling in your face, was planning on tearing your ass up. Tearing your ass up. Because these entities, these people, they already know who you are. They knew who you were before you were born. Shit, I was watching a documentary yesterday talking about, like, we can figure out who you're going to be. Yeah, no, it was on Joe Rogan. It was on Joe Rogan. So this guy like, well, you know, like, if we can figure out who you're gonna be before you're born. If we look at your birth chart, you know what I mean, before you're born, we can know, and that's true. You know, if the person's born on a certain date, at a certain hour, in a certain month, we can figure out who the fuck you're gonna be, and we can figure out what your destiny is gonna be. We can figure out. So a lot of people are being suppressed. A lot of people are being thrown through down the sewage. You know what I mean? Because of their destiny, because of the people they're supposed to become. You know what I mean? They're throwing their ass in the sewage. You know what I mean? And then these people have this Luciferian energy around them, and they think that, you know, like, because it's scary, they look like demons, and you're getting imageries, and you're in fear. Well, you're not in fear, but you have you have this prejudice towards things that are not classically beautiful. So you see these things and you think, like, yo, I'm cursed. Yo, they're gonna kill me. The demons is after me and shit like that. No. So you've been living 15, 20, 30 years. These demons never killed your ass, and you think they really want to kill you. They don't want to kill you, man. They're trying to tell you something. And that dude that you believe in and shit like that, I mean, you ain't on his side. You just think you is. You ain't really on his side, you know what I mean? Like, because that dude has an agenda. You know what I mean? That dude has a specific plan. The plan is written. And, you know, he already got his people working on that plan. And he has been putting people to work for that plan for quite some time now. You know what I mean? And you're part of it. You're part of it. You're part of that plan. Believe you me, you are part of it. You are actually a very essential part of that plan. But is that plan good for you? Is it positive for your life? Look, I'm just going to say my opinion, and this is not actual fact, right? Don't take this as facts. This is just an opinion. But me personally, all I know is I'm a person. I have a character. I have a personality. I have wants and needs. And, you know, giving myself to a belief that does not take those things into consideration is not necessarily a place that I want to hang around in. If you catch my drift. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that doesn't mean that I should be, like, completely immoral and have it. That doesn't mean that I'm free of being without morality or principalities or convictions and shit like that. That's not what it means. All I'm saying is there are certain aspects of my life that I would like to change. There's certain aspects of my life that I would like to achieve. There's certain aspects of my life that I would like to perceive. Yes, I did say perceive. That's right. Because when you're looking around, sometimes it doesn't look like people actually like your ass. You know what I mean? And in actuality, people do like your ass. It's because you've been sent into this goddamn crazy ass vortex, fourth dimensional bullshit. You know, Black Ops, PsyOps, Operation Program. You know, quote, air quote. You know what I mean? So now you don't feel like people like you. You know what I mean? But people do actually like you. They don't hate you. Nobody hates you. It's just there's a specific group that know who you are that are trying to get out of their way to make you feel like you're being hated, but you're not. Not really. You know what I mean? So when I don't feel like being part of that shit, if I don't, it's my opinion, and I have the right not to be part of that shit, because it doesn't concur to me. It doesn't give me the freedom to do what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not saying anybody's good. I'm not saying anybody's right. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I'm just saying, like, for some people, especially the people that I'm talking about, like I said, you are an essential part of this guy's plan. And this guy's plan consists of bringing everybody together. You know what I mean? So, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with bringing everybody together. Well, I mean, Hitler wanted to bring everybody together too. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like Hitler wanted to bring everybody together too. So, it is what it is. I'm hearing some negativity. I'm attracting some negativity right now, bro. Hey, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm too cool for school. It is what it is. Deal with it. Live with it. It is what it is. All right. But like I said, man, so those people that because that's the thing, bro. And Lilith came to you, and you got marked. And you got chosen, because a lot of people, they see Lilith. There's like Christian people that see Lilith in their life, like they think, oh, she's just they call her, they say, oh, it's a Jezebel spirit, and she's evil, and she's that, and da 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 da. You know what I mean? They think they're cursed because they see Lilith in their lives. You know what I mean? No, man, she was protecting you that whole fucking time, because you would have been a martyr. That's what this nigga's trying to do. And if you're not a martyr, there's two specific kind of special people. Like all you saints out here, I'm just gonna let you know, right? There's two specific kind of saints. There's the teachers and there's the martyrs. Right? The martyrs, they sacrifice themselves for the betterment of humanity. That means they don't get to live their life. They don't get to see their children grow up. They don't get to do shit. They're born to die. And then there's the teacher. It's kind of the same shit, but you don't die. You know what I mean? That's the two qualification of being a saint. It is what it is. If I'm lying, you're welcome to tell me differently. But I don't think I'm lying. You know what I mean? And Lilith chose you because she knows that shit's unfair. It's not fair to do that to people. It ain't right. I mean, so she chose you because she knew that these motherfuckers was about to kick your fucking ass. Because that's what happens to martyrs. They get their ass fucking whooped. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, go watch The Passion by Mel Gibson. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, you know what I mean? And teachers too, they get their ass whooped all kinds of ways. I mean, all kinds of fucked up shit. Fucked up shit happened to me too. Some crazy ass shit happened to me too, man. Some crazy ass fucking shit happened to me, man. That shit ain't happening no more. I guarantee you that shit. So it's just a matter of point of view. It's a matter of point of view. It's a matter of not having any judgment against anything. Don't see everything as being black and white. And maybe you'll find the truth. You know, maybe you'll find not the truth, but truth is power in itself. So if you find the truth, the more truth you know, the more power you have. The more control you have. The more you know, the more truth you figure out, the more power you have. It is what it is. Period. That's just how it works. Of course, there is self belief too. You can change reality too. So the truth is subjective, right? The truth is subjective because you can change the truth too. Like a powerful magician, a very powerful wizard can change what you perceive as being true. Like he can pick up a book and be like, change the perception of what is the truth in the book. So the book said something one day, but as soon as he picks up the fucking book, it says something else. So he just changed reality itself. He just changed reality itself. I can do that shit too. So I mean, you can. I mean, I just want to. I don't want to see you get hurt, man. That's all I'm saying. And it's not like you haven't been hurt before. You know, of course you got hurt. Like like I said before, these fucking people that surrounded you, they ain't shit. You know? These people surrounded you, they ain't shit. They ain't shit, bro. Like they were planning on fucking you up before you was born. Before you was born, you never stood a chance. And the only reason why, if you chosen by Lilith, the only reason why you still fucking doing the shit you do is because she's protecting your ass. She's always been protecting your ass. So that's why I feel like she's actually Satan and shit. Like she's the one doing the thing and the dirt. She's the one doing the dirt, basically. She's the one that does the dirt. So to me, I feel like because people feel that there's two different presents. You know what I mean? They feel Lucifer's there, and they also feel like Satan is there. You know what I mean? But who the fuck is Satan? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that kind of like, oh, Lucifer is Satan, and there's some people that's kind of like, nah, there's Lucifer, and then there's Satan. Like I think that Liv took the responsibility of aggroing all the aggressivity, and all the judgment. You know what I mean? So that everything could run smoothly. Because that's Modus be doing shit, Beelzebub be doing shit. You know what I mean? Lucifer be doing shit, but and there's other demons that's doing their shit. Obviously, so. But there has to be somebody for all these fucking people. You know what I mean? So they protected us, man. Like, and that's another reason why I'm grateful, because she was protecting my ass, and I wasn't even aware. I knew she was there, but I wasn't really aware. I didn't know all the shit that I know today. I had no idea. I just knew she was there. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much it. I just knew she existed. You know what I mean? Just like some of these fucking Christians, they know she exists. They can feel her. They can see her energy. You know what I mean? But they think it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, man. She's your mom. She's your mom, bro. Like, she's your mom. She's your actual mom. You think it was the other nigga that was like there for you and shit like that, protecting you, like, you know what I mean? Like, he might have done something here and there that, nah, nigga, you got used, bro. That's bullshit. You got used. Like, you got used like you were a blunt instrument. How do you say that shit again? You were a blunt instrument of force. That's how he used you. He didn't protect you. He used you for a blunt instrument. Like, he used you to, like, clobber other people. You know what I mean? And while you were clobbering other people, Lilith was the one picking up the fucking pieces. You know what I mean? Because, At some point, somebody would have caught up with you. So she's the one that was like, cleaning up the mess after you've done, like, you was done clobbering people and shit. Which you still probably do. You know what I mean? Because if you're a firm believer of that shit, you're still clobbering people right now. Shit, you're probably clobbering people at this present time that I'm talking. And Lilith, if she chose you, she's gonna have to pick up the pieces, and you're gonna think like, "Oh, I'm protected by this guy." No, nigga, you're being used. And that's the thing with demons. But that's the thing with demons, though. That's the only negative things I can say about demons. They don't give a fuck. Like, if you die, you die. I mean, they'll do the best they can. You know what I mean? I'm like, they'll do the best they can to protect your ass. You know what I mean? But if you die, you die. Like, they don't give a shit. Like, it's just like, like whatever. Like if you don't get it, you'll get it next time. You know what I mean? That's how demons think. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't get it right now, you'll get it later. You know what I mean? That's the only negative thing I can say about demons. Because Lilith can protect you your whole goddamn life until you're 85 goddamn thousand years. And you still don't know that you were chosen by her. So that's like the only negative aspect I can say about that shit. It's like literally the only negative thing I can say. Like literally. You know what I mean? The whole like nonchalantness, and Lucifer's very nonchalant. Lucifer is the king of nonchalantness. You know what I mean? He's the king of pride. It's the sin of pride. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're not prideful,